Hello and welcome to Roadmap 2015. I'm Benga Ashiru. It's less than 6 months to the 2015 general elections, and all the political parties are yet to field their candidates. On our highlight today, the ruling People's Democratic Party affirms commitment to core democratic principles.
PDP is Democrat. We just don't want to say this is our candidate now. Nobody knows tomorrow.
The All Progressive Congress says 15 years of misrule and tragic errors of the PDP is a strong ground for APC's campaign.
We are going to insist fully on internal democracy.
In spite of the Independent Electoral Commission announcing its timetable for the 2015 general elections slated for February next year, none of the political parties are yet to present their candidates, leaving bookmakers with mere speculations of the likely candidates. As the waiting game goes on, is this something rather unusual? What signal does it hold for Nigeria's fragile democracy?
The law is there, the timetable is there, and I'm sure they will do the thing at the right time.
First, let's have this background report. When the Independent Electoral Commission flagged off the election timetable for the 2015 general elections at the wake of the year, many had expected that the stage was set for the political candidates to throw their hearts into the ring.
What we've done now is to say we will do National Assembly and presidential elections together, and we will do governorship and the state assemblies on another day. It's good to do all elections in one day, but we can't do elections now in 2015 on one day. You know, the challenges are enormous.
Now, the gestation period seems getting longer than usual, as all the political parties are yet to present their presidential candidates.
The law is there, the timetable is there, and I'm sure they will do the thing at the right time.
Analysts have pointed out that fielding the presidential candidates now could be a disintegrating factor for some parties, while for some, the waiting game is more of strategic than indecision.
I have resisted allowing myself to open our house for people from outside to peep through and see what our plans are. And I think you will not encourage me to do that for them. What I know for sure is that when the time comes, the party will take its correct decisions.
As I'm sitting with you now, I do not know whether the presidential candidate will be Christian, Muslim, or pagan.
As the time ticks towards 2015 general elections, perhaps the coming months may throw more light on who are the likely candidates. In our mission to set the record straight, Channels TV goes one-on-one with Ambassador Ibrahim Kazaure, the National Vice Chairman North Central of the People's Democratic Party. He says the fact that the PDP is yet to present its candidates is an eloquent testimony that the party is committed to core democratic values. Ambassador Kazaure added that the PDP is one big family, and that could be responsible for the long-drawn and extensive considerations in picking its presidential candidates. Take a listen to this.
In politics, no permanent enemy, no permanent friend. That is how it is. And when you look at the detection, it's plus minus. As far as we are concerned as an algebra student, plus minus is minus. They have not done.
Let me come in here, Ambassador Ibrahim Kazaure.
No, I wouldn't say we are not. We are happy of what happened. Take for example, I can tell you I'm happy of what happened in Kano, Sokoto.
Yeah, because I was coming at this point that you were at the front line of the defecting leading PDP members.
Yes.
So why did you make the turnaround, and why did you refuse to conclude a move you were a leading member of those who initiated?
Thank you very much. You see, PDP, I have labored for PDP, and PDP really honored me. So I cannot come back and bite the finger that feeds me. Secondly, as a member of PDP, I built PDP for 7 years. Because cockroaches has invaded my house, I cannot abandon my house and leave it for the cockroaches. So for me, for me, as a politician who has been in politics for more than 30 years, I don't think there's anything that will change my mind to leave PDP and go to another party.
The report we got was that you were moved to a point that you seriously contemplated defecting to APC.
No, what we are saying, the party is doing a wrong thing. There is a constitutional provisions of the party that has been breached. And what we are not calling of leaving the PDP. We were calling the high authority to come back to make the party leaders to come back and do the right thing.
Was there an attempt to woo you into APC at any point in time?
There wasn't. There was never even, we will never think of that.
But why did you give a deadline to call the leadership of the PDP to order?
Yes, when you are struggling, you should give a deadline for the PDP to come back to the...
Your deadline was on the condition that you defected to the other party.
No, we didn't. We didn't. There was no word like defection. There was no word like that. We really want to, by that time, to make sure we are back strong and to the party, and the party to be more stronger for the coming 2015.
So 2015 election. You've just said now that you're still trying to get the house in order. How do you see the PDP faring come 2015?
Well, there is nothing easy, especially in politics. It is not easy. I told you, it is not easy, but we are trying. It is not easy in the sense that what happened to PDP was so much that you can destroy a house in a day, but to build it, it will take you some time. And we are, as I am telling you, as I am the National Vice Chairman of the Northwest, we are moving, and we shall get it right before the next 3 months. I assure you.
Now, few months to the election, 2015 election, the PDP still do not have a candidate for the election. What does that say about the party?
You see, PDP is a big party. It's not a small party. It's a national party. It's a party that combines all the tribes, all the religion, and it is not good. By now, we have a lot of time to come to just say, this is our candidate. It will come, and when it comes, you will tell me that, yes, PDP is Democrat. We just don't want to say, this is our candidate now. Nobody knows tomorrow, only God. And you know God doesn't have a new job.
For the All Progressive Congress, the National Convention held recently ended months of speculations and fears of lack of national structure for the party. Then the emergence of John Oyegun as the national chairman of the APC has also had some far-reaching consequences, with some members not satisfied with the outcome of the elections that led to John Oyegun's emergence as the chairman of the APC. Now, this has raised anxiety of some major leaders of the APC returning to their tents. Now, bookmakers have pointed out that fielding a candidate for the APC may be another factor capable of disintegrating the party. But the APC chairman, John Oyegun, says the 15 years of misrule and tragic errors of the PDP makes 2015 campaign a lot easier for the APC.
The APC constitution does not provide for zoning. I have publicly said that every member of the APC who has such ambitions from whatever part of the country to be president has the right to apply, has the right to contest, has the right to vie. As I'm sitting with you now, I do not know whether the presidential candidate will be Christian, Muslim, or pagan. We are going to insist fully on internal democracy. in the party.
I'll be taking you up on your primary constituency, that's Edo State, in which you were the former governor of Old Bendel State. Now, with the factional crisis rocking the Edo State House of Assembly, how would you react to this development?
Well, we have met on what is going on at national level. There is a pattern that is developing, coming out of the desperation of the people. In fact, their desperation is the only way we know that we are doing very well, apart from, of course, the public opinion that polls that we conduct from time to time. The desperation of the PDP is how we know we are doing well. It isn't just Edo State. We know now the trajectory in which they are traveling. We don't have just Edo State. They started with Rivers. But the young man there was a fighter. And so temporarily, there's a kind of unspoken truce. They are moved to Edo State, where 8 people, 9 people, refusing to obey court orders, which resulted from their own approach to the court for reliefs. The court granted them, they wanted 2 reliefs. The court granted 1, refused the second, that they cannot be suspended. The first one the court granted was that their seats should not be declared vacant. The assembly obeyed. The second one, the court said they have no way they can interfere on whether or not the assembly decides to suspend any member. The assembly proceeded and suspended a few members, 4 or 5. They refused, and they gave the injunction that they should not go to the premises. They've refused to obey that. And what is strange, and what the people of this... Hold it. No, hold it. What is strange and what the people of this nation ought to pay attention to is that they are virtually being protected by federal might. 8 people being protected by federal might to meet a protection they refused to give to the majority of the members of the House, led by the Speaker of the House. That is a very tragic situation of lawlessness.
You might also have to comment on the alleged arbitrary impeachment of the Deputy Speaker.
What is arbitrary about impeachment? Did they not follow the constitutional procedures? If you feel that the laws were not applied, go to court.
Are you not worried that the mass defection from the APC to the PDP might be an indication of the growing unpopularity of Governor Adams Oshiomhole in Edo State?
I'm sorry, I don't agree there was a mass defection. So by quote, the mass defection of 5 governors from the PDP also denotes the growing unpopularity of the federal government. Yes, okay. If you want to go by that token, I will accept your comparison. But I want to tell you that you called Edo State my basic political territory. I want to tell you that Adams Oshiomhole has made the difference and is so popular that what is happening now is in fact a deliberate attempt to undermine that popularity. But it won't succeed. His achievement in 6 years compared to the PDP administration of the previous 10 years before he came there, there's absolutely no comparison. Even a blind person can see the difference and can tell the difference. That is not to say you celebrate losing members. No, we didn't celebrate losing those members in Edo State.
Recently, we had some reports of some PDP governors advising Mr. President not to declare yet for the 2015 presidential race. Now let's hear from the political advisor to Mr. President, Professor Rufai Alkali, on what he has to say pertaining to the news-making rounds of the president being under pressure not to declare yet for the presidential tickets.
I'll comment at the appropriate time.
But was there any plea for Mr. President?
Do you expect the PDP to be announcing its strategies and plans for 2015 on the pages of newspapers? Do you want us to do that? Do you want to encourage us? Do you want to encourage us, Benga, to be telling you our strategies?
Okay, but would Mr. President be taking a second shot?
That's what I'm saying, that if he does, and when he does, what is wrong with that?
We might be seeing a situation where the PDP might be fielding the southern candidates and the APC might be fielding a northern candidates. From your political experience, how is this likely to play out?
Invariably, parties must field candidates from one part of the country or the other. So what is the big deal about that? And, I have a feeling that no matter how much we are excited about 2015, we should allow events to unfold before we become part of the debate about them. Because preemptive,